afternoon, everybody. My name is Nela, and when I was 24, I lost my dad. It was all of a sudden that I was confronted not only with all the organizational stuff, but also grief. And at that time, I had a great group of friends and families really supporting me, but I kind of felt lonely during the process because the current support options, they weren't that great. They were either really far away, had long waiting times, or were not for my age group or my type of death. So I was wondering, and as a psychologist, I was really curious, am I the only one feeling this way? And I wasn't. I talked to over 100 mourners and looked at the stats and signs, and it became clear that all mourners stated that they never expected grief to be this lonely. With over 3 million people mourning each year just in Germany, over 72% reporting tense grief over the course of one entire year, with significant increases in depression, anxiety, loneliness, and even more dramatic, suicidality. So to us it became clear that we not only need innovation to fill the lack of support, but to really create a safe space for grieving and disrupt an extremely old-fashioned market. That's why we created Grievy. Grievy is a digital grief companion where we combine tech with the human component to really launch in an era of grief support. When we dive more deeply into the app, we first have an onboarding and diagnostics program. We have over 150 individual models, all based on cognitive behavioral therapy, and a grief and mood tracking, of course. In the future, we are also going to launch one-on-one expert session and a community function to really bring together grieving peers. We are launching Grievy into a strong and fast-growing market. Our market opportunity is around $130 million with a compound annual growth rate of 16.4%. We are launching Grievy as a D2C wellness product with a subscription-based model. Our customer lifetime value is around €75 with 14,000 paying customers within 12 months. Looking at our competitor space, it's not yet that crowded in the grief sector, but with our main competitors like Empathy and GriefWorks, we clearly differentiate by not only the use of tech for individualization, but especially with grief specificness, and this is extremely important to mourners. In the end of last year, we launched our first MVP, had great user feedback and strong first traction. We had over 230 test users, with this number only including mourners and grief coaches. Out of 5 stars, we gained a 4.8. Additionally, we have over 200 mourners waiting for a next version to be launched and acquired over 150 multipliers out of funeral homes and grief coaches. Together, we are a really ambitious team and we really strive for a change in health tech. Me, Nele, I'm the CEO and psychologist of the team and just in the last steps of finishing my PhD in e-health and cancer research. Daniel is our CTO, has done his studies in business information system and focused on IT strategy and software development. And Anis is our CFO and business development strategist, as he has also done his studies in business information system, but with more focus on finance and business development. We are supported by 4 amazing psychotherapists and 2 great graphic design students. To become the one grief app, we need you and $250,000 of funding to not only hire key staff, especially in the areas of sales and marketing, as we missed it so far, but to enhance our traction to really become the one grief app. By today, we are completely bootstrapped. Sooner or later, all of you will be in that position where I was when I was 24 and lose somebody you love. That's the tough and hard truth. So you can all become ambassadors for a taboo topic in our society. And we at Grievy will make sure that by the time you be in that situation, you won't have to feel lonely. Thank you.
I'll take it. And for questions, we'll invite Anis.
Yeah, Anis, my co-founder, is joining me for the question.
When you're ready.
Thank you so much for the heartfelt presentation, and also a very good cause. I have a question actually about the program. And so you mentioned you have the psychotherapists on supporting you. So how much of it is automated and how much of it is, let's say, one-to-one or in manual consultations?
So in the current app version, we have over 150 modules, and these modules are all directly with the app. So as cognitive behavioral therapy addresses emotions, thoughts, and behavioral aspects, you have audio files, text files, drag and drop, so they're all really interactive. But you don't talk to a psychologist or psychotherapist with these courses. They're all done by the app.
I have a question on the go-to-market strategy. So you mentioned it's a very lonely process. How do you capture the user when he needs to see the app?
For our go-to-market strategy, we're trying to build a strong community of grievers and grief supporters. So we are already partnering with the Bundesverband für Trauerbegleitung, that's a government association in Germany for grief support, and they can use that and recommend that to their customers.
Plus, we have the funeral homes, because of course, when you lose somebody, where do you go? You go to the funeral home, so that's like the first attachment point we see. But actually, Instagram and TikTok, there's a big grieving community out there, and a lot of our learners and attendees were all from Instagram.
Thank you.
We have time for one more question if someone has one.
Hi, thank you again for the presentation. It's been amazing to hear your personal story behind it as well. I had a question on the business model. So how does it work? Is it a subscription at the moment, or can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Our business model is a B2C subscription model. We have a 1-month subscription model, 3-month and 1-year subscription model. Furthermore, the users can pay for the one-to-one psychologist sessions, where one is included for free in the 12-month model, just to get them to try it out and book these sessions for themselves. Furthermore, in the next 6 months, we want to try B2B2C, so we're hiring sales and marketing manager, and he can or she can go to the companies and try if they're interested.
And thank you for the questions. Thank you.